meant to tell David Wilcock. And it says in parentheses, his webcam and computer audio had also been remotely activated. Something we all know is simple for the agencies to do. What the hell is this? He's saying that someone told him that they were recording in this dude's own house, and him coming up with the plan to just make stuff up to tell David Wilcock. This is insane.
I mean, your Alexa's always listening. That is true. So,
yeah,
this is before Alexa.
More than Alexa, everything's always listening.
Yeah,
they've been listening since the '60s, dude.
It's tough to get that information though. Like, you can't just get those recordings. So,
well, how does a guy who runs a forum know that are those guys all for real? Like, are they really connected with all this stuff? Like, how would anyone know that? And why is this guy posting that and people believe it?
I don't know.
These guys are serious hackers.
But okay. He reels back a little. He says, again, this is unproven. Well, why are you bringing it up? But the claim was credible. It seemed that Corey was seeking stardom. He needed the money very urgently, as, of course, Bobina told us earlier.
Wifey wasn't working.
Yeah, wifey wasn't working. Boyfriend had that money. And that while the intel agencies knew exactly what was happening, they often do, of course, they were quietly sanctioning all this as it played into their agenda. It seems quite possible that Corey had not been instructed to go public with invented or embellished stories, but that when he did, he received full passive support. Or the entire role.
Passive support.
I don't.
That sounds a little like oxymoronic.
It does, and this post is long, and I cannot really go into this anymore. This guy is this Bill Ryan guy, and even according to Bill Ryan, at one point he even says that Andrew Basiago has a lot more credibility than Corey Goode does.
What's he going to do without any feet?
That's a burn.
Yeah.
What am I going to do without any feet?
This was basically just a. He wanted to just conclude that that Corey Goode is not to be trusted, and that these Avalon moderators, they cannot support Corey's claims or in any way hold them of value. Bill Ryan out. That's how it ended.
Bill Riley out. It does sound pretty damning when they put it in that way, but it's just like Stan Romanek said, man. Like, you can always, there's a reason to doubt everything, and just because you can prove that it's fake doesn't mean it's fake.
I don't know where these people are going. I don't know how all this got started, but as you can see, these cracks are now starting to appear in this whole Goode Wilcox story. And that post was in April of 2017, and about a year later, another bombshell was dropped. This time by David Wilcock himself, when Wilcock announced his separation from the Gaia Yoga Network. Yes.
Oh my God.
He broke away. He took Corey with him after all those seasons. It's all over. And this, of course, what's that?
Said he pinned him for the prom.
Now they have to run away together. They eloped.
So they eloped.
Cute.
They leave Gaia, and ufologist Laura Eisenhower, she released a letter. She said that ancient astronaut theorist David Wilcock sent to his employer, Gaia TV, asking to be let out of his contract. According to this letter, Gaia Yoga TV has an abusive work environment, love and light, unfairly compensates its employees, and deceptively edits its programs to promote what Wilcox described as Luciferian beliefs.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
And he said, quote, "This is already starting to cause me significant career damage, and it will get far worse if I don't do something about it fast." And Wilcox is said to have written, quote, "I have willfully ignored an enormous amount of offensive, disrespectful, and abusive situations in order to do this job the last 6 years, primarily out of a sense of financial independency." And he attributed this to having suffered physical abuse at the hands of his former girlfriend. And this letter that he sent, this was not meant for public consumption, but Eisenhower posted it to Facebook after she said Gaia, that Gaia authenticated the letter, and she pulled it off her Facebook page a few hours later, claiming she wished to avoid negative energy from Gaia TV. But of course, the letter was posted to Reddit, immediately, and paranormal host, a guy named Jimmy Church. He's another character on this, and he confirmed on Twitter that this letter was real. And while they have not independently authenticated it, the letter bears all the hallmarks of Wilcox's style and contains references to his many and confusing conspiracy theories that it reads as authentic to me. It also comes at the same time that Wilcox has launched a new Divine Cosmos Productions line of streaming media, which would be in direct competition with Gaia. And there it is. David and Corey, they're going to start their own network, and they're going to throw the good people of Gaia under the bus simultaneously. I don't know what I'm talking about here.
Those are some big tires on that bus.
I'm going to reel back.
Everybody.
I have no idea. I have no idea if Gaia are good people or not. I don't know. Maybe they are trying to make him sound like a Luciferian, but it just sounds like a bunch of who knows. Remember, they said that he got court because he needed more money. Boyfriend needs money, and maybe they just weren't paying him well. And he's just like, well, I can just make money. I wonder if he has a Patreon.
Maybe. Well, it sounds like he's got his own thing going on now, right? He started his own.
Look it up.
Started his own company, or
well, they both do. He broke off. Him and Corey have a thing now, and Corey also has like the Sphere Being Alliance on YouTube. That's his thing. He's keeping the spheres close to him and the Blue Avians, and he gets that. I guess I don't know. It's a shaky thing. I don't know if Wilcox and him are a thing. Like they said, he brought this dude up, and he kind of went on his own, and then just everybody started coming after him though.
Man.
Yeah, well, it's like anytime that people get excited like that, if they hear just one little incendiary piece of like anything, that's the kindling, and it just takes off, and people are like, "Oh yeah, fuck that guy."
Yeah, and that's what's happening. Here's a little bit of that letter from David Wilcox to Gaia that no one should be reading. It says, quote, the company also attempted to upload a video to my YouTube channel that aggressively promotes Luciferianism, namely Season 1, Episode 1 of Ancient Civilizations. Even while Gaia supposedly has a policy of no religion, at least for my fellow colleagues and me, I was tricked into participating in a very religious program that I do not want to have any affiliation with. This show is literally saying that God is evil and Lucifer is God, who, he wrote ahem, also happens to be a reptilian alien. Seriously? Wow. You're in a weird place when you have David Wilcox saying seriously to you and not believing your alien story.
Yeah, and scoffing at you about talking about reptilians. Jeez.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
Seriously?
Guy is off of it.
Really?
If he can get the high ground anyway on anybody.
Oh God, I thought you were done with the Star Wars references.
Seriously? That wasn't meant to be that. But there's a little bit more in here. He said, how would this look if it all got dragged into the public eye? Well, too late, especially in light of the overwhelming online movement called Pizzagate. See, he was worried about Pizzagate at the time.
God,
he was scared he was going to get thrown in with Pizzagate. You know, it's a weird thing I've learned lately. David Wilcox is also part of that QAnon movement. That I think that's him trying to branch away a little bit from aliens and SSPs and maybe Corey Goode. But do you guys know who else is involved in QAnon? Andrew Basiago and Jay-Z Knight work together.
Whoa.
I don't
work together.
Okay, this is like, out of all the stuff that you've brought up, this moment is definitively my mind completely just shutting down. Andrew Basiago and
Jay-Z Knight are friends.
Jesus.
I learned this from
Indeed. E.T. Oh my God.
I learned this.
I have to go rethink a lot of shit right now.
This was from a guy called Joe in the Carolinas, who is another one of these characters, much like, what was his name? Eric the Rusher or whatever that guy was, Joey the Ruiner. He's one of those guys.
Jake the Destroyer.
Shane the Ruiner. You got Joe from the Carolinas. You got Stina Bobina. These are all characters in this world, and they all have podcasts and stuff. So I've been in this little world for a couple of weeks now, listening to stuff.
Listen to Shane the Ruiners.
Yeah, and check out Joe from the Carolinas.
He sounds like a cool, like, 1980s, like, WWF kind of guy, where he's like,
the
Iron Sheik, Jake the Snake,
Shane the
Destroyer.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You're going to need to go on one of those WWE games. We're going to make Shane the Ruiner. And just like, he just.
I think I might.
Just make a heel. There you go.
It's even better.
There you go.
That's true.
Oh, well, okay. So as you can see, there is a lot of secret space drama going on. And I'm sad, this is almost just the beginning. And around this time, a man named Ryan Gable caught up with Rob's favorite Gaia, Emery, the Salmon Man. See, I didn't play him. That wasn't apropos of nothing. Emery Smith, the Salmon Man, is part of this. And this guy, another character in this, Ryan Gable, he got an interview with Emery, and he asked him about what's going on with Corey Goode and David Wilcock and the Gaia secret space drama. What do you say, Emery?
Emery, a question for you. Oh, my name is Ryan Gable, by the way. Nice to meet you. I'm friends with
Okay, cool.
For what it's worth. Somebody had told me, and I don't think you did this, I'm just curious, because you're friends with, like, Corey Goode and David Wilcock.
Yeah, I'm not friends with him.
You're not friends with Corey anymore? Well, what happened? Like, I'm not aware, I'm just curious.
Yeah, and Dave and I don't talk. I mean, we don't do things together.
Did something happen for Gaia?
We're still friends, like we talk, Dave and I.
But not, like, working together? Oh, was it like a conflict of
Well,
like
he got him and Corey screwed up Dave's life there at Gaia, and then now they're in a big lawsuit. And,
I heard about the lawsuit.
He doxed me and 12 other people, and
Corey did.
Yeah, Corey hired.
Okay, so he doxed you. That's what I was going to ask you, because they doxed a friend of mine, Joe from the Carolinas.
Yeah, Joe too. Yeah.
You know Joe too. Oh. Yeah, so they doxed him, and then they doxed.
Oh, shit. So
Damn.
Corey Goode doxed Emery Smith, the Salmon Man, and evidently he went and doxed a bunch of other people in this rage about Gaia and stuff. And Joe in the Carolinas, I was just talking about him. He got doxed too. So Corey Goode is out there doxing people that are in the field. He wants to be the king of the field, it seems.
That is not nice. You don't do that.
Yeah, that's not very love and light, Corey Goode, Mr.
Not very good of
Mr.
you.
Blue Avian Ascension. We're all going to live in peace. Let me go dox.
Can you explain exactly what that means? Like what they're talking about by doxing?
Well, what he means is that he put Emery Smith's personal information out there. There's more. Look, there's more to this bombshell interview with Rob, your favorite guy. Let's hear more from Emery Smith.
So they doxed you.
And Chandler, yeah.
So Corey Goode doxed Emery Smith.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he had a group of 12 people that he hired, and he had, like, I don't know, 17 alias names, 20, 30 email accounts.
Wow.
Just to go up and register, like, if someone liked my video, and everyone would say yes, and someone would be like, oh, this guy's
So they would troll.
Distracted from that. They're trolling the whole time.
So
Oh my God.
All right. So not only is Corey Goode, he's out doxing people in the secret space drama world, he's got a troll army of people. Like, he's got his own little troll room, Jude, and he sends them out to people's videos that he doesn't like, and they say, oh, you suck, or whatever. I don't know what they say.
That's pretty mild as far as doxing goes.
Yeah, well, I think the doxing is something separate. I think he's got his troll army, plus he like tells like, hey, this Joe in the Carolina lives in the Carolinas, and they're like, oh shit, they know now. So yeah, this guy Corey Goode. So he's not just doxing these people in the SSP world. He's got his little troll army too. You know, Jude. He's got his troll room, and he's going after guys.
I love the troll room.
He's telling them their video stinks.
That's the worst, when you're just trying to put your stuff out and there's just trolls giving you thumbs down and just saying you're ugly in the comments. Like, that's so
really
frustrating.
When they're poised and ready, when they've been sicked on them, you know, it's different than just you're not getting any genuine people being like, fuck this guy. People can be trolls of their own volition, but when you have an army of them ready to go, that's a lot of power, unfortunately.
It's just a dick move, too.
The perfect word.
Oh, it is. It totally is. Troll dick.
Sick them on them.
Yeah.
He did. And so yeah, Corey Goode not looking so love and light as we've been saying. Corey Goode, what's going on?
Not looking so good. He's being very mean.
More like Corey bad.
Oh,
yeah,
come on.
Corey naughty.
Jesus. Well, you gotta hate this,
Sorry, I
Rob.
shouldn't laugh so hard at that.
You gotta hate this though, man.
Ultimate dad joke, Rob.
This is Emery, Rob. This is your guy, your Gaia. But we're almost done with his bombshells, I promise. Here is the end of that bombshell Moab interview with Emery Salmon Smith.
And ask him what the deal was.
Knocked him the out.
Okay, so this is interesting, because when you were more involved with them, let's say.
I didn't know. I was a newbie back then, and I started raising up on the charts there, so they wanted a piece of me, and they basically threatened me my life and said, you either come with us, you either choose life or death, Guy or us. Like threatening, like on email.
Well,
I'm like,
Gaia is a very messed up organization from what I understand.
they're fine. There's no Luciferian.
Well, no, I don't mean that. I mean business practices.
Oh, maybe. I'm not. I just am contractor for them. But, I mean, they treat me really well, and there's a reason Dave was with them for so long, because they are good.
So what was the thing about them not... I thought like no money. David wrote that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. He also said I did 3,000 alien autopsies.
That's where that came from.